never really got the chance to know my mother. I was 7 when she up and left Pops and I, and well, I've hated her ever since. It was quite a strange thing for a kid to go through. At that time, I was more focused on what to build with my Lego set than on a disease I was too young to understand. She started forgetting to pick me up from school, stopped showing up for work, and even worse, forgot who my dad was. The love that I once wanted so badly to be my own crumbled in front of my eyes, and all I could do was watch it, like a bad movie, through the palms of my hands. My last memory of my mother was the day she walked out on us. Suitcase in hand, without a tear in her eye, I saw her leave. And it was like the mother I knew was gone forever, and I had to accept it. My father never told me where she went or why she left. Sometimes I like to daydream about where she might be, and if she's completely lost her mind, or better yet, ran off to find it. The day she left, I made a pact with my dad that we would stay by each other's side no matter how hard loving got. We did everything together. We fished together, played sports together, and on a bluesy day, we would carefully craft scavenger hunts for each other that took us all over the city. He was my right-hand man, and for many years was both the mother and father figure in my life. I use past tense because last March my father passed away. Since that gloomy afternoon, my life once again crumbled without my control. Except this time, I had no one to lean on. Before he died, he gave me one last scavenger hunt to use on a bluesy day when I needed him most. On the 1-year anniversary of his death, I sat down and opened the envelope, hoping to find some happiness in my life again. The letter read, "Hello, my love. For our final scavenger hunt, I want to take you to a place a little bit outside of the city, some 4,000 miles away and then some. You must be thinking, why Italy? Well, as you know, Italy is known as the Eternal City. When your mother left us, she told me that she was going back to her Italian roots to find the soul that the dementia had taken away from her. With family throughout Italy, I wanted you to rediscover yourself in a time of hurt and confusion. I know you may have beaten yourself up over the years over her leaving us, but I wanted your last adventure to be a good one. Attached to this letter is a map of Italy, a couple of telephone numbers of relatives you will need, and a map that paints the hills of Roma." To keep the tradition alive with my father, I packed up my stuff, I quit my mediocre job, and I was on my way to meet my new family in Rome, the Eternal City. It has now been 10 weeks since I first arrived in Rome, and I've officially settled in. The Italian lifestyle was incomparable to most. My family had taken me in, and everywhere I looked, there was something beautiful to see. Maybe it was the city's charm, or maybe it was the overwhelming love that had consumed me, but it was during this time that I was able to forgive my mother for the pain she had caused my father and I. I was in a new place, living the dream. fairy tale turned for the worst, and my greatest demon took over my alternative reality. I knew something was changing. I knew something in my head was off. When my symptoms got bad enough, I went to my doctor. About a week passed and nothing. No phone call, no email, no voicemail. I soon began to rationalize what was going on in my head. Maybe I was tired, sick, or just not as familiar with my surroundings as I thought I was. Then one day my phone rang. It was my doctor. On the other end, diagnosing me with onset dementia. My life as I knew it was over. As the weeks went on and the disease got worse, I struggled to cope with my new disease. My life reflecting that of my mother, our realities colliding. In dealing with a disease that I knew would only worsen, I now understood why my mother had to leave everything she knew, or I guess she didn't remember, behind. As I stand on this hill overlooking the beautiful place that I have fallen in and out of love with, I have truly learned why my father had sent me here. I haven't found myself. I've lost myself. I've lost my friends, my family, my career, and well, my mind. Now I know why my mother came here. The Eternal City, where history and beauty is never forgotten, even if my sanity is.